guys, thank you so much and welcome to our inaugural episode of the Atlanta with Kids show, brought to you today by our episode sponsor, Fernbank Museum of Natural History, where members do more, see more, and spend less. And today I've got with me Leslie Peterson of 365 Atlanta Family, and we are going to be talking about free things to do in Atlanta with your family over the holiday break, as well as some date night ideas, how to get out of the house, because it's not all about the kids. Us parents need something too. So grab a cup of coffee and join us. So, woohoo! Actually, I've had too much already. So, Leslie, thanks so much for joining me here today. Now, Leslie Peterson is of 365 Atlanta Family, and she is the family travel expert for the state of Georgia. She's also an Atlanta expert for USA Today, 10 Best. And in addition to all that, she has a very successful blog here in the Atlanta area called 365 Atlanta Family. So this is the last week for most families as far as kids in school before the holiday break ensues. And, you know, while I am super excited about having my kiddo home, it also means that there's weeks of entertainment, you know, what to do with him, and I still have to work and things like that too. And we've got so many amazing things in Atlanta to do, but when you're talking about that length of time, a lot of that stuff's expensive. So I know you,
especially when you're buying Christmas presents.
Oh, yes, it's a great time of year for that. So, you know, there's so many great options that don't cost anything or that don't cost a lot. And that's one thing I know you and I really wanted to talk about and share. And you've got some great information on your site about that. What are some of your favorite free things to do and when we say Atlanta, I mean, you and I both are in the same thing. Atlanta is extremely huge. This is the metro Atlanta area, which is, you know, encompassing counties and counties and miles. So.
Don't tell anybody that over at 365 Atlanta Family doesn't need to live in Atlanta. I almost live in Tennessee. Yeah, but we have some cool ideas for people who want this to be in the city.
Hey, Leslie, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. I'm having a little issue hearing your audio.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah.
If you're ready about today, just throwing.
Well, you know what? Like I'm a fan of hats, and I have an arsenal at hand at every moment, because I mean, when you've got hair like mine, when you've got hair like this, it has a mind of its own. So you may
call it the curly hair.
You have them ready, because you may think you're going to have a great hair day, and you know it may take up its own area code, and you're going to have that hat ready. I need to put a Santa hat for lately then. So what are some other great free ideas?
Okay, the other thing, have you ever been to Top Golf?
About what?
Have you ever been to Top Golf? There's one and one in town.
My husband has done that for some team building and stuff like that. But I've always seen that as a adult thing and not free.
Okay. Well, playing golf is not free, although it's really affordable.
So what's free about Top Golf? I'm totally intrigued about that.
It's only one day, December 19th.
And Leslie, I'm still having a hard time hearing. All right, so December 19th, tell us again, Top Golf, December 19th, you get hot cocoa, Santa.
Gift, and photo with Santa. And you get to play golf, which is really fun. And they have a game room downstairs with billiards and video games. That's all free. You know,
that's awesome.
Room.
Yeah.
Amazing food at Top Golf. It's crazy gourmet style. It's not like food.
You know, one thing I've noticed this year with Santa, and this is just kind of a little personal rant, and I get that things change, but there's nowhere hardly that you can just go see Santa now. Everybody has these experiences with Santa, and Santa's enclosed in areas. I think Phipps has done it really nice. I think they've got a Santa that's actually open, and it's because even like the Avalon, he's in a house. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you my favorite Santa in Atlanta is at the Botanical Gardens.
Oh, the old time Santa.
He's like old Saint Nick. He's got a wreath, and he's only.
Leslie, I am still having a hard time with your sound. Again, I don't know what. Let me. You have a new Mac. When you plugged in, did you turn off your Wi-Fi?
No. Okay.
And then you'll have to refresh after you've done that. All right, guys. Yeah, this is the. You gotta love technology. You can prepare as best as you can for things, and then technology gives you a whomp in the hiney with things. So while we're waiting on Leslie to come back, and hopefully we've got better sound, she was bringing up a great place with Topgolf, December 19th. They actually have a free event where you can see Santa and have cookies and hot chocolate and things like that. And Leslie, you're back. Let's see if this works.
I'm here.
Much better.
Yay!
All right. So, other than Topgolf, now I want you to, because I know our sound was really wonky at that point, but tell me about the your favorite Santa was the Botanical Gardens. I know we both like the old time Santa, and even though there's admission to get in, you don't have to buy photo packages. You actually take your own photos of him.
Right.
There.
So the Santa's free with the ticket, with the admission price.
Awesome. And then tell me about the Black Santa.
The real Black Santa.
Yes, the real Black Santa.
Twitter and Instagram and handle, and Facebook too. And Facebook, he posts where he's going to be. But and usually those are packages, but they're really affordable. I just wanted to mention it because it's hard to find a Black Santa.
Right.
He's over usually in the Decatur, Stone Mountain area.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So I got a huge Christmas post on my site, The Definitive Guide to Christmas. There's a list of Santas, and he's in there.
That's great. And guys, tomorrow we will put that on the website. We'll have a replay for you, and we'll put all the links to the things that we're mentioning, so you can find those tomorrow on the website. So don't worry about
my technical wonkiness. My technical inaptitude is captured forever.
Yay! Well, it just goes to show we're not all perfect, are we? It's that whole, you just got to roll and figure it out. And luckily, I've already made that mistake, so we were able to figure it out. So what are some of your other free options?
Well, Centennial Park has lights, and the lights are free. Now they have ice skating too. The ice skating's not free, but it's affordable. I think it's probably the one that's been around the longest. Now it's not the biggest. The biggest 10,000 square foot rink is Atlantic Station.
Right.
The newest, I think, is Marietta Square, but I've heard that was smaller, more intimate. And of course, if you're going to the beach, there's one at Jekyll Island now.
I saw that, but it's not real ice. It's that. No. I mean, you can't have real ice at the beach. It's that.
You have to be able to sweep the sand off. But so back to Centennial Olympic Park, you can ice skate again. That's not free, but looking at the lights are free. Everybody loves the tacky light displays. So we've got a list, about 10 of them on our site, including the one at Centennial Olympic Park. There's another one that's a house over by Piedmont Park. So you could do like 2 in 1 since that's kind of close. Most of the others are outside. Now we just went to the one at it's called Holly Spring Lights at Kegel's Dairy Farm. It was really neat. It's like about 15 minutes, I guess. And it's a $5 donation. But
per person or for the car?
For the car.
Oh, okay.
So that's not really a donation because they're taking it as your parking. So you better have your $5.
So it's a required donation.
It's a required donation.
Not really an optional. Okay. Well, I know we have one we're in the Cumming area, and off of exit 13 over by Bethelview, there's a subdivision called Ashbrook, and they actually every year do their Nights of Lights, and the entire subdivision is lit up. And they just did it on the 13th, but I'm assuming that, I mean, if you put that many lights up, I'm assuming you don't take them down. So I'm assuming it's still one of those neat neighborhoods that you can drive through.
These places have Facebook pages, and a lot of them will start running it every night once the kids are out of school.
Yeah. Cause that's what, I mean, I get, we get things bigger and bigger, but I just miss the piling into the car, you know, having some hot cocoa and just in your own car in your pajamas and, you know, things like that.
And
just
out the sunroof to look at
don't smile. Not this time of year. It's not cold enough. The bugs are still out.
Right.
But you don't care about that as a kid, do you?
Not at all.
Like, I'll pick them out. I'm good.
It's protein.
It's protein. So, yeah, and of course, I loosely use the word tacky lights. What do you consider tacky?
The Griswolds.
Which is an all-time
your porta potty in your front yard.
I'm not going to say the phrase that I say from that. I'm just going to keep that to myself. But, you know, the cousin out in the front yard emptying out his, you know, RV tank into the sewer, it's classic. It's still one of my favorites. So anyway, so what else have you got for us?
Let's see. Governor's Mansion is free. You can go tour the Governor's Mansion lit up for Christmas, but that's only till the 18th. So get a move on.
Does that require reservations or anything like that? Or is that that you can show up? Okay.
And then the other two things I'll mention, Santa's at Dahlonega Square. So you can go do a little Christmas shopping, try to get in the season. Hopefully it's colder up there.
I was going to say, we've got a little elevation. you might get down to what, 55, maybe 60.
Well, this weekend it's supposed to dip down into freezing.
I'm so excited.
So I'm hoping for a fire.
I gotta tell you.
And then also Blairsville has a tour of trees going on at their community center. I know most people miss the what did they used to have? Festival of Trees?
Trees, yes.
So they've got a tour of trees. They've got a holiday show at the Arts Center. And here's, cool thing that's free. Only on the 19th, though. The Mineral Bluff Depot in Blairsville, they're going to have a free model train Christmas open house.
Ooh.
So that sounds like fun. And then
my boy would be all over that.
Because I said Blairsville and because I said Dahlonega and because I have a broken leg and because the temperature is awesome, go hiking. You're about to drink a lot of drink. You're about to eat a lot of food.
Just go ahead and, you know, get ahead of the game so you can earn your calories.
You know why we started hiking? I started hiking with my kids because when we would go to some of these attractions, I'm just going to say it. I love them. They're incredible boys. They are loud and obnoxious. And if I take them to the woods, they can be loud and obnoxious and I don't have to get on their case. And then they sleep really well at night. And you can, if you get your kids outside, vitamin sunshine, let them run around, you're going to reduce the chances of a holiday meltdown. So,
wait, theirs or mine?
Both.
Okay. Because, you know, the holiday is that time where you might find
it's like yourself, a circular thing.
Yes, hiding in the closet with your bottle of wine and going, you know, so that's awesome. Well,
so that's what I've got.
Okay. Well, I know that, you know, there's also some great deals out there. Even, I mean, they're not necessarily free, but there's some great deals out there. Actually, WSB TV has a page where they've got some great discounts to some Atlanta shows, and some of them are very family friendly and stuff. And their discount codes range anywhere from, you know, a couple bucks up to, I think I saw 50% off on one of those. But it's a great thing if you're looking for some of these holiday shows and things like that. And they're family to family sponsors and stuff. They do discounts throughout the year to different family shows and whatnot. So again, that's one of those things we'll post on the website this next week, a link for you to WSB's discount codes and stuff then. So then there's always I troll them this time of year in case there's any troll. Yes, I said the word troll. Yes, but things like Groupon and Gold Star, I don't use them as much as I used to, but for, you know, some of the big ticket items, I will kind of, you know,
got great shows right now.
Do they?
Yeah.
And I know, well, that's a great segue into some of like, you know, I know we've been talking about what to do with the kids, but you know, this time of year, we need a little something too, like a little adult, you know, now that we've got more kid time, we need a little adult time too, whether it's, date night or, girls night out. You know, I love my hubby, but I also love my time with my girls and stuff like that. So, date nights, girls nights out, and not to leave the guys out, you can have a bro night, you know, too. So there's some great options in Atlanta for that. And actually Gold Star is a great one for some of those shows. If you're thinking of that, but, I'm really lucky. Like I live 4 doors down from my parents. So finding a babysitter isn't as big a deal as it used to be for me, but I know that's not everybody's situation, especially if you don't have family in Atlanta. So how do you get that date night before you even go, on the date night? What are some, what are options for people who didn't move 4 doors down from their family and stuff? So what do you guys do?
Well, we use Grammy a lot. She lives an hour away, and she also works, so I can't use her all the time. So as you know, we homeschool the kiddos, and I have this job. So we use care.com to find somebody to watch the boys during the day a little bit.
Okay.
And we use her for date nights also. So care.com.
Let me ask you this, because I know WSB had actually recently done an investigation into care.com, and that, maybe that their background checks and stuff weren't exactly checking out on everybody, if I remember the story correctly, but there was some controversy with that. Did you see that? And does that
I did
bother
see that.
you?
It didn't, of course it phases you because you worry about other people, but for me, this is just me. My kids are the most important.
I think that's for all of us. Yes.
Well, and I'm not gonna skimp on making sure they're safe. So I went ahead and I went through the whole process of the process with care.com. But then I also talked to her about, I got her social security number, the girl that we made an offer to, and we did our own background checks.
Oh, that's a great idea. So
yeah,
are those really expensive?
No, it was under $100, and
okay.
And there's different levels. Some of the background checks won't bring different things. Also, you want to do a cross state, because there's in-state and there's cross-state background check. So I did.
So you want to make sure they didn't just misbehave in Georgia.
No, she's 19. I doubt she's a criminal on the run, but I'm still not going to.
Right. Not taking that. So, okay. So that's a great, so care.com would be, something that, someone can use. I know that we've got some friends who actually do, like date night swaps. So like if you can find another couple who, they're in the same situation, maybe you guys can, swap evenings so they can take your kids one evening.
Great idea.
Well, and it saves money because babysitters aren't cheap. Like you already start with the babysitter, and
right.
Because
you're out $100.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, walk out the door.
Yeah, exactly. So, and
a lot of places have these parent night outs.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we actually. Let me say, we actually got something from school, and it's funny. Like I've seen churches do it, YMCA's. Ours is from the local high school's gymnastics team. Cute. And it's a kids' night out, but you're dropping the kids off. So kids' night, parents' night, that works for me. And, and I think most of these are like for 3 hours or something like that. But you're talking about
potty trained too.
Generally, yes. I think all these you have to be potty trained, but it's $20.
What?
And so for 3 hours, like what's the going rate in Atlanta these days?
You pay $12 an hour.
Okay, so
but we have I don't know if it's higher for babysitters because we pay for her for 10 to 12 hours a week. So I think we get a little bit lower rate.
Right. But $20 for 3 hours is a huge, that's
incredible.
Yeah. And they're doing activities with the kids, and I think it's even got, a craft, a snack, games. And that's what a lot of these parent night outs are. So, a good way, like I just got on and Googled, parents night out in my city, and it pulled up different places that do them throughout the year. So that's a great option if you don't, if you don't have any other options.
One thing I just want to point out too, now my kiddo, and maybe because we homeschool and we're weird and unsocialized, but my kiddo was always reluctant when he was younger to do that.
Okay.
Except when he was with Connor, your son.
Oh, that's right. So sometimes it's good to, and
if you're doing something new, do it with because then you can
another
or something, and the kids can be together.
That's a great idea. Well, and you know, like a lot of these parent night out now, you don't want to say they're siblings and lie, but some of them do a discount for an additional kid, like a sibling.
Well, we're going to bring another kid, so hello.
You know, so again, it's another option to you. So, all right, so let's say that we found that option to where to safely offload our child with love.
Yes.
Now what do we do? Like, I don't know if I find at times, now it's different when I'm doing events in Atlanta, but because we go through our spurts and we don't go out as much, when we finally get out, I'm like, woohoo! What do we do? I don't know. I'm used to going to kid, movies and things like that, that suddenly when you have to think adult, it's daunting. So do you have any great suggestions for date night?
I have tons of suggestions because I live for date night. When you're a homeschool mom who co-sleeps with her children and you're with them 24 hours a day, you live for date night.
I would guess so. This is one of those where I'm going to say, bless your heart, my friend.
I love them. So, shows, you mentioned Christmas shows. So, I have a section on my website. Oh, my hat's tipping, so I got to fix that.
Did you say you're tipsy already? What?
Did
you say you're tipsy?
No, there's nothing in this coffee except coffee.
That'll be by the end of next week after break's really gotten going. Okay.
There's a section in my Christmas guide that I already mentioned, just for adults only. And there's some adult only shows in there, like Santa Land Diaries, Merry Bleeping Christmas at Alliance. Also, we have we put up a new review of a show. It's called A Christmas Carol. It's at Out of the Box Theater in Marietta. It is not a Christmas Carol. It's a parody of a community theater doing
a Christmas Carol.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah. And we've got a couple comments here from Higher Atlanta. Do you have a link? And we will be putting links up on the website. Tomorrow you'll be able to go to LoriMacBrown.com/Atlanta with Kid, and we'll have the replay. And we're going to have all these resources for you for ideas and links to Leslie's site and the different stuff that we've mentioned. So don't worry. We'll make sure you have all those by tomorrow. So I love those kind of offbeat.
Yes.
Like that. Well, again, especially when you're so used to doing all the kid stuff, you've done it. It's nice to have that kind of fresh perspective, adult perspective, something a little differently edifying.
So if you want to spend, and this isn't free, if you want to spend a little bit more money, and Dan and my husband and I do a date night weekend every month. So we do the whole kit and caboodle every month, overnight. We love the Christmas time ones. We've done Chateau Alon at Christmas time and done the wine tasting. I want to recommend Reynolds Plantation. It is probably my favorite. I'm just going to say it's my favorite place to stay overnight in Atlanta. Now how cheap?
I was going to say that's a more pricey option, right?
It is a splurge. Okay. But they have some holiday packages going on right now.
Okay.
Also if you decide you want to bring the family, or want to be a kid yourself, they have a life-size gingerbread house there. They've got ice skating. They've got marshmallow roasts, which are really nice. And they're just in the area really close. They just opened a new restaurant called the National Tavern. Okay. Now I'm going in February. I'm really excited. Whoop, whoop. I haven't been there yet, but get this. The restaurant was designed by Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson is the person who designed both Canoe and Two Urban Licks, two of the most.
I love Two Urban Licks
in Atlanta.
Yes.
So the food's going to be good. It's going to be a great ambiance. So even if you don't want to stay at Reynolds, maybe hit the National Tavern.
That's awesome. One of my absolute favorite ones is martinis and IMAX at Fernbank. Have you guys ever done that before?
I haven't done it. I love Fernbank, but I have vertigo. I can't go to an IMAX.
Oh, that's right. Like, we could never go to the movie with the boys. Well, the funny thing is, like, we have gone to martinis and IMAX, but I've never.
I like martinis.
Well, here's the thing. You would be fine. I've never actually watched the IMAX film while at martinis and IMAX. It's one of those, it's a great thing, but no, we love, the different, sometimes they have different themes or different things going on, but usually they've got great music and stuff, and drinking martinis and dancing with my husband underneath like the giant dinosaurs. How many places can you do that? And it's just that fun, kind of hangout atmosphere. I think that would be one of those that would be especially fun to do with another couple and stuff. And Fernbank is actually our episode sponsor for this. And a cool thing, thank you, Fernbank. The cool thing with martinis and IMAX, like you still have to pay for the IMAX experience, but if you are a member of Fernbank, you get unlimited admission. So you could actually, it's kind of a free date night, I guess, in a sense. You still have to pay for your martinis, but you got to do that anywhere. But right. As far as like paying for a venue to go to and stuff, like
free parking too,
and free parking at it. And they have some really neat stuff. I was actually on their website today, and this is a quick little plug. If you're looking for some last minute Christmas gifts and stuff, memberships are an amazing option. Like it's like giving your family experiences instead of things. And you can buy family memberships. So it gives you 2 named adults who can go on a date night and up to 4 kids under the age of 18. So you get to they do like special events. They do, I know you and I have gone to a lot of their different exhibits. They do at least 4 different exhibits a year.
I don't know if people know this, but I'm drawing a blank, the nature one.
Nature Quest, yes.
It was designed by the same people who designed the mouse. I'm not going to say
it. We shall not mention.
Yes, the mouse people. It's fabulous.
If you guys don't know Leslie, that was all she could muster to even say the mouse. It's not. It's not.
Telling people I'm not a Disney fan. Nobody's gonna want to come to my website anymore.
Well, I was on Fernbank's website this morning, and I actually noticed that they're running a holiday sale on all their memberships, and it's 15% off any level membership whatsoever. And a cool thing, I think it's this summer, they're opening that new outdoor nature.
Oh, they're expanding into the forest.
Yes. So they're opening that. And I think that's summer 2016. But the cool thing is members get to like be one of the first people to preview, that kind of thing. So if you want to be that,
I do want to be that early.
Tell all your friends, hey, we just got to, for everybody else, get that membership is a great way. Melissa, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time, honey. The great thing, if you guys, we are recording on Blab right now. And if you don't know about Blab, it is an interactive platform where we can record live. You can join us on blab.im and actually ask us questions on here, comment on here, and you can actually even choose to join in the conversation. Desiree tried to do this just a few minutes ago, but her sound was not working. And that's one thing that Blab does require. We got to have some good sound. All you need are little headsets like the ones that come with your iPhone. They're a great, easy way to do it. You don't have to have anything big and fancy. But anyway, so if you are interested in some of those membership options, you can go to fernbankmuseum.org/members. And again, they've got those different levels of membership and stuff. But again, right now, 15% off could be a great last minute Christmas gift. That gift that keeps on giving all year long. Yeah. So But yeah, what about do you have any other great date night ideas or?
The only other thing I was going to mention, it's another Christmas Carol, but it's a different take on it, is Shakespeare's Tavern. I love Shakespeare's Tavern.
My husband took me to that for my birthday, and we stayed down at the Georgian Terrace. Ooh, we were able to walk to Shakespeare's Tavern from there. But the one thing I got to say about Shakespeare's Tavern, I was excited. And again, they do live Shakespeare in Shakespearean speak. This is not like
it's totally understandable.
They do. And it's one of those, even if you didn't listen to them, the way they present it, you get
enunciation. Like you know what they're saying.
It's unreal. But what threw me off is it's one of those where you go in and you can actually have dinner there. They have kind of like a cafeteria style way to go through, or like it was my birthday, so Aaron paid extra for us to have the
private table.
Yes. I don't know I forget what you call it, like the Queen's table or the King's table or something like that. So we got to sit right up front, and they served us and the whole 9 yards. But I did not realize how long the show was. I mean, we had spent the whole day in Atlanta being touristy, and
it's a true Shakespearean experience.
It is. And we had just been at a speakeasy and had a few drinks, and and I was like, we'll come back here after it. No. I went straight to bed after. It was great. If anybody ever sees this, I apologize. I think I fell asleep once. It wasn't because it wasn't amazing. It was just so long.
You're tired, yeah.
I just had not prepared for it, and I wish that. And that was my own fault, but you get your money's worth out of that one. And it was absolutely amazing. Like, I will absolutely go back and do that one again.
Yeah.
But I'll take a nap. I'll take a nap before doing it and stuff then. So, but yeah. So, Leslie, I know one of your big things is date nights is a huge thing for 365 Atlanta Family. So I know you've got a lot of great options on your website, other than what we've talked about. And it's interesting. I'm going to add one more in here. I actually got a message from John at, Peachtree Food Tours?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And he had sent me a message. He's like, I know you guys are talking about date nights. I didn't see anything about food tours.
Yes.
And I thought, I haven't been on John's, but I have been on Aquila's, which is Atlanta Food Walks. And I will say it is an amazing option. I think Aquila, if I'm remembering, she does hers in the morning, but date night doesn't have to mean night. Like you said, it can be date day, or date weekend like you do.
I just did Southern Beer Tours.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, amazing. Because you get private tastings with them. They're going to take you before the crowds come. Try new beers, 3 to 5 beers at 3 different breweries.
That's awesome. Well, I think these food tours to me are one of the best ways. If you're traveling to get your foothold on a city before you kind of branch out and figure out what you want to do. But then also I was so amazed at how much I learned about my hometown.
Yeah.
And I had no clue, like places that I wouldn't walk, just great tidbits and things like that. And I actually heard John from Peachtree Food Tours on Belinda Skelton's Atlanta Living show. And I was totally amazed at just some of the random
Yeah, I did an article about him for AJC, and he gave me some serious history about the restaurants down on Peachtree. I was like, what?
What? Yeah. I mean, you forget just, you see what we're used to doing and stuff. And it was completely eye-opening, and it actually gave me some ideas for things to go do and places to see and experience and whatnot. So anyway, and Desiree even said that she loves food tours, and we're trying to, Desiree, are you on with us? We can't hear you. All right. Well, Desiree, join in the messages with us. I'll leave you up there. If you can figure out sound, we'll hear you when you come on. But anyway, so I want to kind of wrap up our date night ideas. And again, we'll have information on the website tomorrow. All of Leslie's great date night ideas and anything that we've mentioned throughout this show. But so we're going to kind of wrap up our normal. And if you're here live with us, we're going to actually segue into our question section. It will not be available on the replay. It's only going to be available to our Atlanta with Kid group on Facebook. And it's just we're going to turn this into a closed group. It's a great place where people can ask questions. This isn't a site where a place where we're like, spamming links to work or anything like that. It's just a community where we can talk as parents and things like that about whether it's your local Lilburn or Cumming or things like that, or just surviving parenthood. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has an issue with that. I do all day long. Leslie hears about it all the time. But so if you are seeing the end of this and you want to see some of the questions that are being asked and that we're going to move into answering, make sure you go to facebook.com/group/Atlanta with Kid, and we'll have that information replayed on there. But I want to give one more big shout out to our episode sponsor, Fernbank Museum of Natural History. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support, and it's
Go
one of our
Jiggy. Go Jiggy.
If you don't know Jiggy the dinosaur, he has his own Facebook page and he's hysterical. And we love them. They're part of our family. So thank you again. And we'll see you next time on Atlanta with Kid, which is next Monday at 8:30 a.m. Leslie's going to be back here with me, and we are talking about, what are we talking about, Leslie?
How to deal with the family in town.
Yeah. So, I actually did this on a travel show this week. We were talking about, we're usually going places, but what happens when you are the destination, how to handle that, and just some great options for entertaining those guests in town next week.
I even have a cocktail recipe.
I think we'll do one of our favorite
drinking cocktails.
I think we'll show that and stuff then too. So anyway, so join us next week for that, and we'll have the link up on the website. You can always go to LoriMacBrown.com/live and see when our next show is.